Hey guys, it is Duke, and welcome back to another episode of our Minecraft single player Let's Play Survival 1.14. How are you guys doing today? I am doing absolutely fantastic, and I'm glad to be back for another video. So, in the last episode, guys, we got ourselves our first level 30 enchant, and it was alright. We got two actually out of the deal. We got an efficiency 4 Unbreaking 3 pickaxe, as well as a Silk Touch. And I was kind of bummed about the Silk Touch just only being by itself, but at the same time it was still a Silk Touch, so I can't really complain. As you see, I have been using it. However, it's not actually the same one. We have Unbreaking 3 Efficiency 4 Silk Touch that I combined and made it all into one pickaxe. And I did that because we actually have more than one Silk Touch now. So that was pretty great. Off camera, I was doing a little bit of mining and did a little bit of enchanting, just, you know, getting resources and such that I will need. And we just got pretty lucky, and out of the blue, we got an Efficiency 4 Silk Touch pickaxe, which we have saved in that chest that we had our other valuables in, which if we step on over back into the cave, just had to breed a couple cows real quick, because, you know, that's how you start out an episode, just breeding. And you can see this. There's an Efficiency 4 Unbreaking 3, and there's an Unbreaking 3 Efficiency 4 Silk Touch. So, guys, we actually have got pretty lucky. We have just a normal work pick. We have the work pick Silk Touch, and then this will be our precious Silk Touch. We'll upgrade it probably to Efficiency 5. We'll get all figured out. We just have an abundance of Silk Touch and no fortune. So these diamonds that are in my inventory at the moment, I don't know quite what to do with yet, but we'll figure it out. We'll get it all done, and I'm excited to figure out how we do that at some point. But if you guys look over here, mineshaft loot. Now this is probably the craziest thing I did off camera. I found a couple chests in some mines, and we have an enchanted golden apple. I kind of wish I recorded this, because, guys, I opened it and I went, oh my gosh. Like, I don't think I've ever seen one of these just casually in a mineshaft before, so that was a pretty crazy find. Got a name tag too. Don't know who we'll name. Probably a dog. That's my go-to. Always get a wolf immediately, and then, you know, just have a buddy old pal for the rest of the days. But the enchanted golden apple I think is just really cool. It won't really serve us any purpose until we fight the dragon or a wither, but we have it, and it's very expensive to make, so we got really lucky just finding one. Also, I've been doing quite a bit of trading with the villagers. You guys see, I believe they're both masters now. Look at that, master. I've literally just been destroying these trades. I got a bunch of pumpkins, a bunch of beetroot, did that trade. Then I did emeralds for apples, emeralds for cookies. I have some melon growing. How do you get to that? It's over here somewhere. I know it is. Oh, it's right down through here. We have a little bit of melons growing, which obviously have not grown up yet, so they're not producing. But I had some from when we went on our big old hike to try to find a desert and stumbled into a jungle, so that was pretty great. And now, you know, we've just gotten them up. You see, we got suspicious stew, but look at this, guys. Golden carrots, glistering melon slices, so that's pretty cool. I actually did a couple trades over here, as you can see. Suspicious stew, cookies, apples, and I got a couple golden carrots just because, hey, thought it'd pay off. So we don't actually have actual carrots, but we can get golden carrots, so I guess it's worth it. Mostly because the only other thing we'll need carrots for is to trade with this guy, because I'm never going to actually eat those. Maybe they'll just be for decoration at some point, having little carrot patches or something. But mostly golden carrots is the best bet, because those are pretty good saturation. And if we can find a way to get emeralds pretty quick, 1 golden carrot per emerald, not the best, but it's not the end of the world either. So this guy, now this is where it's kind of cool. Oh, he likes me, doesn't he? Yeah, those are lower than what they should be. That's actually really cool. But the best part about this guy, we'll scroll down, bam, block of quartz and quartz pillars. We can get quartz, guys. Stop pushing me, bro. Come on. We can get quartz before we even set foot in the nether, which I thought was really cool and kind of convenient. I want to breed these guys very soon. But what are we doing? In today's episode, I want to build a house. I want to get the idea down. I have an idea. I know what I want. I just need to implement that design into our world here. And guys, it can easily be done. I have it all set up in a creative world. It's actually a house I designed, taking a little bit of inspiration off mini houses that I found online. So it's a very similar design, but it's not an exact copy. I've changed it up a little bit to make it my own because I don't want to come through and steal anyone else's design. And it's a completely different block choice than what the house I found was using. So I've made it my own. I've added to it. I've changed a little bit, removed some things, and the interior is all mine. And I think you guys will like what I came up with. We just have to build this up, and hopefully in today's episode we can get the entire thing up and building, because it will also be the most important building, because it will house the entrance to our giant man cave, which will be below this area right here, and probably connect up over to what we have existing, probably connect up just about to everything, probably have a little watchtower or something up on that hill, and it'll all be connected underground with mine carts or whatever. It'll be really cool. It's going to be fantastic. I'm really looking forward to building it. It's going to take a long time, but I think it'll be fun and should definitely be worth it in the end. But for now, guys, I need to gather up resources before we can do anything else for today's episode. Alright guys, so I have been doing a little bit of mining. I've also been doing a little bit of farming. I've been doing a little bit of everything. And we have a significant amount of resources that need smelted and or destroyed to get us XP, because we're sitting at 24 levels, and I'm pretty sure 5 stacks of coal plus 7, it's got to be enough, right? Come on, like really, that has to be enough. But other things, let's see, where did we put all of it? Oh, we've been harvesting our wheat a little bit, and you see some pods right here, but let's head on out and breed the cows. I also decided that I'm going to cover this up, so for the time being I just add a little bit, kind of step it out. But this won't have an exterior entrance at some point, but for now we are just living in it and we have no other option, so we're just going to keep it like that for now. Just breed a couple cows. But yeah guys, we've expanded this wheat field a little bit. It's all at the same Y level there. And we decided that since we have a silk touch pick, we could mine up those. That's how we get the podzol out of the deal, which we will use in building of sorts. But I really still want to build the house in today's episode, so I thought I'd just do this all off camera, just kind of to pass time while these trees over here were growing. Because I have begun to figure out how I want to do this, and as I've mentioned in a previous clip that I do have an idea for a house. We have the trees going right here, but sneaky down in the backside here, which is it's not really hidden, doesn't need to be, it's single player, but it's just here. We have a little bit of an access, so I guess I don't actually have the minecart over here, but if you guys can believe it or not, this heads all the way back, and it's really not that far to our current base, which I think is just kind of nice, because eventually what I want, when this is our primary location for just surviving, we won't be living over there any longer. We'll have a house here and everything will be all good. I still want a way to get over there because of that skeleton spawner. It is very, very important to me. And one thing I want to do, I'll probably just do that in today's episode, is just make a semi-automatic skeleton farm. So rather than one that drops them and just about kills them, I think I just want to cluster them together. So off camera I'll just do that a little bit, that way I can get XP and I can do other things. I've also been mining trying to get diamonds, but I have not been lucky except for these 4 that I found off camera. But I would love to get, I mean honestly, getting a fortune pickaxe would be huge. Not the end of the world if I don't. There's the minecart. But yeah, if we come on over here, we can kind of see that I guess I've done a little bit of digging. It's just enough. But I think what I want to do is just put in a stream of water, shuffle them to a corner. Very, very simple. Nothing too crazy there. Just take out all the torches, let them spawn, and just grind a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Stuff I can just use an iron sword on and don't have to worry about anything. But nothing long term. We'll fix it up, make it an actual farm at some point. But guys, I still need to do a lot of resource collecting. I just wanted to bring you back. So when you see 5 stacks of coal just chilling in here someday, that you guys know where it came from. But I'm going to be back with you guys when we're ready to build the house. Well, guys, I'm just pillaring up here to get some of this coal out. And I know we talked about the house. I'll get to the house. But this is just an entirely different view that I've never had before, and it's honestly given me a couple ideas. Now, first of all, I've never adventured that direction. I went that way, went around, and then came back in, but I've never gone there. So we're definitely going that way sometime. Wait a second. There's a village over there, guys. Look at the top left of my screen. It's the only way I can get this right now. Ha! I had no idea. Of course there is, though, right? Because we got one here. There's one on the top right of my left of my screen now. And then here's where I've been living. There's where I'm going to live. There's where I'm building the little wheat field, which I need to do that and probably expand a little bit that direction. But I want a path that kind of weaves through here and then goes to the village. So we're going to have to cover up that. We're going to have to cover up that and kind of terraform it out so we can have like a big old winding road here. And then another one that leads up to my house up there. And then this can be all farm area. We'll figure it out. It'll be great. Oh, geez, guys. I keep hiccuping. I don't know what my problem is today. But we definitely have a lot to work. It's just kind of interesting, guys, to look up here. I'm trying to figure out a way to incorporate this village into my builds. That one in particular. I know we could probably get to that one whenever we build over here. But, guys, this is, just episode 4. So we still need to get ourselves a house. But I'm going to finish, getting rid of all this and... I swear, house, right? We'll get there. Alright guys, so we should roughly have the amount of materials needed to actually start building the house, and we've done a little bit, got the foundations, got a front porch, or at least the idea of one. So here will be where we just kind of sit out here and admire the village and our fields and everything else. I started growing a couple other things that we had, but I hadn't been growing yet, and I know I'll need them. Obviously, these berry bushes are pretty much just here for looks, but I thought, hey, we have the ability to grow them. Let's just grow them for now, and we'll plant as we go. We'll get a bunch of them, and, I mean, I'm not going to use them really for food or anything, but I think you can breed foxes or something like that with them, which is good because there's a tiger right there. Also, I can just use them for decoration, which I personally think the fully grown bushes... Oh, I like those. I think they look really good. It'll add up a lot. I mean, sometimes, flowers are good. They got that really bright red or that really bright light blue or whatever color that is. But something about a bush that has, the mixture of the green and still the very vibrant red just coming together at once, I think is really, really cool. And we made a little bit of a bamboo farm because we're going to need a ton of scaffolding at some point when we're doing big builds later in this series. And then, I just thought I'd grow some cocoa beans because why not? I like growing things, so we did. And I guess our next step, guys, is to come on down here and just slowly build this thing up. Do I have an abundance? I thought I was bringing... just normal stone bricks over here. I guess I used all those up. We have smooth stone. Don't know if I'll use that. Still trying to figure that one out. But let's make both of these into those into stone bricks there for a second. Turn those all into... Actually, that would be making way too many. Let's not, because I forgot we have that vanilla tweak in here. So that would be just kind of ridiculous. So if you guys can't tell, we are basically blocking ourselves in. This is a tiny house. When I say tiny, I mean there's not much room to move around in here. So the ideas of fitting something in and making it real cozy is going to have to play out to my best ability, which I'm going to aim for, and I think I'm capable of because I have actually built this in just worlds that I did when I was not doing YouTube over the summer. And it turned out pretty well. I have a little idea. I like how we just keep taking damage. I could use my water bucket, but apparently I'm not that smart. So I know we can make this better, guys. We're gonna take out the trap door and the ladder and actually have stairs going up and down in here. Okay, that is not at all what this thing's gonna look like. I just want you guys to kind of get the gist of it, though, because I think I'm gonna do a lot of this build off camera. Normally, I build a lot on camera, but for the most part, guys, this is one of those where since there's a lot of little details in it, I'll probably forget stuff, so I'm gonna have to check back and forth with my test world, where I'm actually building this just on and off again repeatedly, and that would make for some really awful content. So we're not going to do that. We're going to just pretty much step away and let me dive on into this to my full potential, and we'll come back to you guys when we're done with that. But just kind of wanted to get a little bit of a shape down and let you guys know that we are going to be using, there we go, let's jump over here, a little bit of stroked oak logs. And stripped. Why did I say stroked? That doesn't make any sense. But I think it's a great color. I'm really happy that these blocks have been added. Obviously, they've been in the game a couple updates now, question mark. I think it was it 1.13? I don't know. You know, I took away a lot of time from actually understanding Minecraft. So I'm very good with the old stuff, and I'm kind of familiar with the newest stuff. But there was stuff in between when I wasn't really playing too much that I just kind of missed, and I really don't know a whole lot about. So I apologize in advance for a lot of potential cringe. But yeah, we're getting there, guys. I think this is this is not at all what it looks like, and I love how awful this looks right now, just because next time you see this build, it's going to look completely different. Alright, guys, so let's see if this tour goes any better than the first 3 that I attempted. It's take 4 or something like that at this point, but I just keep messing up, and I just keep cutting the clips because it's a mess, and I don't want to upload that onto my channel. So, without further ado, here's a little house tour of the little home that I made, and this will be our current residence. Now, we still have the big old hole in the wall over there, but this will be one of the entrances to our main base, which will be underground, and we'll have a much grander, much larger, and in charger entrance to our base at some point, but for now, I need to cough. Okay, eventually I don't know. Lately, my voice has just been all over the place, but I really love these campfires that they added into the game, guys, and I just had to include one as a little bit of a chimney here. And now, this is a very, very common design now. I've seen a lot of people do this, so this isn't something special I came up with, but for those who don't know, you just throw a campfire down in the middle, put some spruce trapdoors around it, and then in my case, since these are half slabs here, oh, I guess it's okay that there's particles, because they're not actually going to catch fire, but that in real life, that would not have been good. But we had to have stairs that came up like this, because there's no other way of going about it without it looking really wonky. I tried to use full blocks here, and it just stood out too much. I tried to use the trap doors down, but then you were breaking into the room below it. I don't know, just not my style. The best thing I could come up with was a ghost block. Thank you. I guess that's there. I guess next time I relog, I'll have to mine that. But, yeah, we got a little bit of tree. A little bit of leaves off this tree over here. But this little guy, I'll take it down here in a second. It's just funny. I thought I'd leave that in. And, ooh, we're actually going to get a little bit of a screenshot-worthy attempt right here. I like that. Oh, well, here's the thing. We have to take it at an angle like that because of how my thumbnails are set up. So it's a good thing and a bad thing all in one, but I just love the night skies that we're getting here with this resource pack that adds a little bit of a custom sky. So that's fantastic. But as for the house, guys, I love the use of color here. The little bit of gray mixes well with the brown, and obviously it's a very classic Minecraft structure here where you have the wood and the stone bricks. Nothing too crazy there. But what I really like about this is the amount of different kinds of brown we have in here. So we have the different oak as well as spruce, and we have, you know, the log rings as well as the bark, and then the interior part there. Thought I heard something that spooked me a little bit. And then we have the fence, of course, up there, which has a little bit of color up there, and then the stripped oak logs up there. So there's all those different levels of tan and brown, and I think it just flows pretty well together, as well as, you know, the gray for just kind of bringing it all together, and I really like how that works, especially the little brown on the torches I think is great. and until we can figure out a better alternative for torches, that's what we're going to roll with. So, on the inside here, very, very cozy home. We have a crafting table off to our left with a blue orchid sitting on top and a torch to our right. Now, if you see, I'm holding lanterns, and I would love to incorporate lanterns into this. The only way on this floor, though, in particular, to include lanterns is to get rid of this torch, get rid of this blue orchid, and place it on top. And now, personally, I don't like that. I don't like how they look when they sit. I think they are better hanging, so we probably won't do that. But for the time being, the little bit of blue and green that this adds to the room I think is tremendous. And we were able to sneak in a little barrel here with some wood underneath of it, which I'm realizing 64-32, that actually worked out pretty well. I think I have some more. Yeah, I've got the overflow. I just kind of took out what I needed as we went. So that looks a little bit better there. And then if we come on upstairs, we have an armor stand, a red bed, a chest, not a chair, and a llama head because I murdered a wandering trader, and I got the head. But, yeah, we got a lantern working up here, and I keep forgetting to put the stairs in the roof here because it looks a lot better when you add that in. So we're going to go do that real quick. But while we're doing that, we can also check out on what I've got in the basement. So we've had another area where we can use a lantern, so it's just only the first floor where we haven't figured it out yet. And we've got a little bit of a storage unit in with a couple barrels as well as chests. A couple furnaces to that side. So let's just go in and apparently, yes, there we go. Alright, we do have a couple spruce stairs, which is good. So let's just throw those on up like so. And it just breaks up the really boxy, boring shape of the roof. And I think we could do a little bit more to jazz it up, but for now we're just going to roll with that. But let's sleep while we're up here. As you can see, I've been taking those lovely screenshots, and now you guys know what day it is. So we'll see when you guys see this video. It should be a Monday. Should be back at school by the time you see this. But there is a creeper, oh man, out there. But the most important thing is this button. Now, I'm sure somebody caught that when we came down here originally, but very, very simple. Right click, come on through, just a little bit of piston door, and this will be our entrance to, one of our entrances I should say, to our actual big base. So for the time being, what I'm going to do is just make a little bit of an area on down, and I'll do this off camera because this is about the end of the episode here. But off camera, I'm going to go ahead, make a little bit of a room, and that'll be the start of our base, and we'll figure out what we want to do actually overall afterwards. But for the time being, we'll just go with that, guys, and I thank you so very much for watching. If you please did like this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment down below, tell me to see you next. If you're new to the channel, hey, maybe hit that subscribe button, maybe stick around, and maybe play with our pet sheep that seems to be wandering around our new home. Hello. But yeah, thank you guys so very much for watching. As always, this has been Duke. Have a good day. Bye-bye.